And I'm back. So now I'm moving on to my spirit samples. I've got two. I've got their cinnamon whiskey. I typically don't drink cinnamon whiskeys, but I hadn't had it before, so I was curious on the cold water, which I have had before. The cinnamon, as you can see, though, it is clear. This isn't aged, right? The cinnamon whiskey is not aged. See, does it say here? Has earned its name from the naturally fiery cinnamon flavor. Well, let's just drink it, shall we? Definitely, it smells basically like the Missouri moonshine with cinnamon, is what the nose is. Or, no, let me take that back. It smells like the corn whiskey with cinnamon is what it smells like. Oh, that's nice. A lot of cinnamon whiskeys can be harsh. This one is very smooth, very mellow. She had the bottle chilled. That's probably how I would drink it. I don't know if I'd put it on ice, but it tastes very nice chill. Actually, going into the fall and winter, I think it'd be dandy and some coffee or hot chocolate. A little whipped cream and nutmeg over the top. Are you following me? Anyways, yeah, it's very nice. I mean, it is cinnamon. It feels a lot like the corn whiskey with cinnamon. Cinnamon started off mellow as I'm sitting here, though. It is getting a little spicier as I let it sit. Cold water whiskey. I've had this before. I had it last time I was here. And I also bought a bottle to take home because I'm just a fan of that whiskey. One of a kind, locally made whiskey that flows smooth over the rocks or can mix well in a drink. What I remember about it last time is the big cinnamon notes it had from the Missouri white oak that it uses. It was just incredible.
We recently learned that it's a double O. So it's been aged in one barrel for a certain amount of time and then transferred to another flavored barrel to finish out its aging process.
Oh, so it's moved to two different. So that's why it has that larger oaky characteristic.
That might be why.
Because it has. Oh, there you go. Did you hope you heard that? It's aged in two barrels. So there you go. Does the aging time vary per barrel, or is it the same both times?
That I'm not 100% sure. I just was informed here recently that,
nice.
It's a double O and it's double barreled.
Are you a fan of this whiskey? Do you drink it much, or are you a whiskey drinker now?
No, I do the cherry maple.
You like that cherry maple was fantastic. See, I'm not typically a fan of maple whiskeys, but I liked it because it wasn't as sweet as most of them.
Right.
It was very nice. It was balanced beautifully. I love the nose on this. Okay, so let me, maybe that's why you do feel a lot of oak. You feel a lot of that big Missouri white oak. It also imparts some cinnamon-like notes. I'm getting a bit of vanilla as well. Oh gosh, that's just gorgeous. Yeah, it's very smooth, as you can tell. I did make a whiskey face. You're gonna get hints of vanilla. I personally get some almost nutty toffee-like notes, but at the end, man, it's all that Missouri white oak, and you get those just very nice cinnamon notes. That's what makes it unique. It's not unusual to feel the oak at the. It's not unusual for oak to impart some spice, but this one just has more in it. It's probably because of what she just told me, that it's aged in two different barrels, aged for a specific time in one barrel and then taken and put in a second barrel. That's why it picks up those big flavors from the oak, and the oak really adds a lot of flavor. Wow, this whiskey is just incredible. Wow. There you go. So I'm Tony Beer Restaurant. I'm finishing my tasting. Let me show you that shot glass with the Crown Valley emblem on it. If you're ever out in this neck of the woods, you need to stop by here. Say hi to Michaela. She's very nice and friendly, and we'll answer your questions. There you go. Howdy do, y'all. I'm still doing tasting at Crown Valley. What they do is they have free tastings, and they have a few paid options. I chose to go with a paid option. This one was $10. Let me pick 4 beers, which she gave me. I'm guessing about between a 4 to 5 ounce pour, I'm guessing, and 2 spirits. And I chose the cinnamon whiskey because I hadn't had it before, and the cold water because I'm a fan. 10.7%. This is an imperial stout. What's incredible about it, though, is it's aged in wine barrels, so that makes it a little bit different. Oh wow! Oh good golly, that's incredible. So, wow. They say beer starts as a delicious 8% cream stout and mellowed to perfection. Characteristics of stone fruit along with smooth finish make this perfect companion to a hearty meal. Yeah, I'll agree with that. Let's see if I do anything different. I'm getting a lot of the wine barrel notes on the nose. There are certainly some woody notes. It does impart a lot of character, though. I gotta tell you, yeah. I mean, they tell you, wow, they tell you stone fruit. Yeah, typically when I'm talking about stone fruit, I'm usually talking about apricot or peach. But in this case, the stone fruit, I'm gonna say deep dark plum, almost an overripe plum, kind of stone fruit note. You're definitely going to feel those woody notes all the way through it, though. And that's what makes it amazing. A lot of imperial stouts are aged in bourbon barrels or just oak or various other spirits barrels. The wine barrel really takes it in a different direction. It almost turns it into, well, it's not a true sour because it's not sour from the yeast, but it has a feel of a deep Flemish sour because you've got that wine barrel is imparting those sour-like notes right in the finish. And just dries it up perfectly. I mean, you could have this great big sweet imperial stout, but that wine barrel takes it in a completely different direction. It's an absolutely amazing beer. That's incredible. Well, how do you do, buckaroos? I'm back again. I decided it's not quite stout weather since it is in that season, even though it's 90 degrees outside here. Shirt's not cooperating with me. A 10%, 40, did you say 48 IBUs?
48.
48 IBUs for the Imperial Pumpkin Smash, deliciously roasted with dark chocolate toffee notes with spice from the hops. So, I am a fan of this beer. In fact, it is probably my favorite pumpkin-esque beer. I prefer a big stout rather than the pumpkin ales, to be honest with you. This is one of the best beers they do, in my opinion. Well, I mean, they say it here. I already read it. Yeah, dark. You definitely feel dark chocolate and toffee on the nose. You feel some spice. You do feel some pumpkin as well. Oh wow! Wow! Oh my gosh! Now I remember. I haven't had this beer in a while, and wow, that is good. Big roasted malt, just like they say, dark chocolate notes. Very dark chocolate, almost like a 70% dark chocolate kind of feel to it. Personally, I also get some slight dark roast coffee notes as well near the end. But you're also going to get some spice. In the cider, I was getting a lot of nutmeg, but in this, I'm getting more clove, personally. The finish is nice. The 48 IBUs, hops are very earthy at the end. It really cleans it up nicely because a beer like this could get overwhelming. It is big. It is nice the way it's balanced. I gotta tell you, man, if you haven't had the Crown Valley Imperial Pumpkin Smash, you got to. It is one of the best pumpkin beers there is. There is no doubt about it. This thing is amazing. I'm back. How are you? I am having the Gunslinger Double IPA, 9%, 93 IPA, 93 IBUs. I can't speak. Is known for its robust, malty, and intense hop profile, and a balanced, smooth finish. So let's see what she's got. I'm getting some so peppery on the nose. You're definitely going to get some pine-like notes. There's certainly some citrus going around. I'm going to say tangerine specifically with some stone fruit. Are you comparing to see if I'm anywhere close?
Yeah.
Am I getting in the ballpark?
You got piney and spicy.
Well, all right. There's a little bit of malt sweetness in the body. Finishes, there's some citrus mixed through it. I'm going to say there's some stone fruit in the middle as well. I'm getting some peach specifically, but it finishes piney with some peppery notes in the finish. It's a very well, despite 9%, 93 IBUs, it's very well balanced. So for those that don't want that, that aren't crazy about that IPA that'll wreck your palate, or double IPA that'll wreck your palate, this one won't. It just has a lot of big flavor all around, from the malt end to the hop end. Very nice. All right, moving on. I'll be back in a minute. Howdy do, buckaroos. It's time to Beer Whisperer. I am back at Crown Valley. I haven't been here in a few months. I was here shortly after they opened, but I happened to be in the area today and wanted to stop. You said you just put the pumpkin cider out. Today. 5%? Oh, wow. A lot of nutmeg on the nose I'm getting, yeah? A little bit of cinnamon. I'm also getting a little vanilla, but that could be just me. Oh wow, that's nice. Pumpkin beers are kind of waning in popularity these days. I think maybe ciders are starting to become more popular. Actually, this has the feel of, there's a couple breweries right now that are doing sour pumpkin ales. And this is a cider, but it has that feel about it because it has that slight tartness right in the finish, yeah. So it almost feels like that sour beer kind of feel to it. So I went a long way around the barn to tell you that if that's what you like, you might like this one. You definitely feel some pumpkin. The spices are very prominent as well. Again, the most prominent spice for me is a nutmeg, but you're going to get some other things in there. Some might get some allspice or clove as well. I'm also getting hints of cinnamon. But what's nice about it, yeah, is the way it dries up slightly tart in the finish. That's kind of nice. It's very enjoyable. It almost has a creamy feel to it, you know, like a pumpkin pie with whipped cream. So there you go. I'm doing a tasting here, so I'll be back with the next one.